Hey, good afternoon, everybody. Pastor Darrell from The Quest. I want to share with you a thought that I had. It's actually been a developing thought for the last 15, 16 hours. Those in my area know we have had an abundance of rain. Yards underwater. I tell people Lake Garrett's in my backyard right now. We've had so much, the humidity is just through the roof. And it was getting so bad in the house that, like, the banister on our stairwell was getting sticky. The papers were sticking together, and had to pull out the dehumidifier and put it on. And it was no time at all. The dehumidifier had picked up so much water that it was time to dump the bucket again. And I've dumped it again and again, and I believe I've dumped it 5 or 6 times now in less than maybe 16 hours. And I was telling my wife a little while ago, I said that isn't it interesting, that much water is in the air and you can't see it. And as I was driving to Walmart, I'm sitting in the parking lot of Walmart now, I was driving here and I got to thinking about that statement. You can't see it, but it's there. I could feel it. I could tell it was there. Things were changing. I could feel it in my body. I could feel it in my joints. And I got to thinking about how many times people have told me that I can't prove God is there because you can't see him. Well, I can't see God, but I feel him. The evidence is there. It's quite obvious that he's there. Just like that water that's in the air all around me right now where I'm at. If you could see, I mean, it's not even raining right now, but there are drops on my windshield just from what is left over, what is accumulating from trees. And, you know, there's evidence that the rain has been there, but it's not raining right now. Well, it's many ways, it's the same way with God. You can't see God, but yet I can see the evidence of him. I can feel his presence. And just like that dehumidifier pulls all that water out, a gallon at a time. I've dropped, like I said, 5 or 6 gallons of water now I've pulled out of my house, out of the air that you couldn't see, but it was obviously there. Well, a lot of people want to argue God's not there because I can't see him, but the evidence is there. That's God that you feel, that's tugging at your heart. That's God that quickens your spirit and gives us advance warning, tells us when things are happening. I know God is there when I feel his presence. You know, and you can choose to ignore that all you want. And you can make the statement, well, I can't see him, you can't prove it, but the evidence is there if you choose to see it. I want to encourage you today, look for the evidence. Look for the proof that God is all around you. You know, there's so much in science. People say all the time, go with the science. Well, go with the science and it will prove to you God. It will. One of my favorite books that my wife bought several years ago shows science in the Bible. And the more you look at science and the scientific theory has changed over and over. And the more it changes, the more it proves the existence of God. You know, you can deny it all you want, but the evidence is there, and he's there whether you see him or not. Think about that today. If you've got questions, feel free to call me, message me. I'd be glad to talk with you. God bless you.